Welcome to I get to finally fly a B-wing.
Yeah, congratulations.
It's the whole reason we're playing this game.
You've been waiting all game for it.
You know, if you really want to fly a B-wing, you can always come over and play the X-wing miniatures game with me. I've got B-wings.
I don't like miniatures games.
Even when I played it, it was kind of meh for me, mainly because there's a lot of things that went unexplained. That, like, partway through the game, it's like, oh, I can't do that. Well, never mind then.
All right, so that one game, Force Awakens game, that one movie, Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Yes, so I've complained about Rogue One. Now it's Enek's time to complain about the Force Awakens.
And I think you were slightly wrong there. Instead of that one game or that one movie, I think you mean that one abortion. Because that's what Force Awakens was.
No, it didn't get aborted. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. That is the problem. Is it didn't get aborted, and that's a lot of fucking enemies.
That is a lot. Oh, I think those are all guns on the Star Destroyer.
There are fighters too.
Yeah, there are.
But there's also a lot of guns on the Star Destroyer that are
being
highlighted purple.
Yeah. Okay, so where to even begin with that goddamn movie, really?
The sword right over.
Ooh, you are getting chewed up.
Yep.
Ooh, wow. Okay. That's going to be hard to focus anyway. Alright. Anyway, so I guess if we're going to jump right into it, we're going to jump into
that's not where I meant to be.
The elephant in the room of the movie. Which for me was Rey.
Which elephant in the room?
Rey. as the main character was the worst thing I think has been, or I don't know. To me, she was probably the worst element in the movie. Not as an actress, even though a couple of things she did was a little flat for me.
And I do want to say that that's one of the differences between Rogue One and The Force Awakens, is all the performances in The Force Awakens I thought were fine. I didn't like the performances in Rogue One.
Yeah. Just, I don't know, like, I didn't like Rey as a character, mainly because she was Luke 2.0.
Well, it was worse than that, is she's got the whole Mary Sue thing going.
Yes, she is Mary Sue the character.
And if you want to tell me that she's not a Mary Sue, I've got two responses for you. At the beginning of the movie, when she gets in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon,
where he flat out asks, how do you know how to do this?
And she throws up her hands and says, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
That is, put a flashing marquee on the screen that says Mary Sue and points right at her. The second thing is people compare her to Luke Skywalker, and I'm like, no.
Do I have an objectives
in the 5 minutes that she's...
destroy the shield generators and then blow it up.
In the 5 minutes that she's strapped down onto that interrogation table, talking to
she literally develops the same power that Luke gets in the course of three movies.
She completes the character arc that took Luke 3 entire movies with training to get through.
Exactly. Ooh,
so no, weird. She is not directly comparable to Luke. If we are using Luke as a baseline, she is Mary Sue.
Oh yeah, she absolutely is. But see, here's the thing: is he was already a Mary Sue or whatever the male equivalent is too. But she just takes it to a brand new fucking level. Like, oh wow! Well, that was a suicide mission.
Yeah.
You got one life to live. Yeah, so
I would say that
you gotta get the one on the other side of it now.
I think I should just go and take out guns now.
Well, you have to destroy the command deck.
I would put Luke Skywalker.
The thing up there, but
I would put Luke Skywalker probably at like a borderline Mary Sue level. I'd put him just under it because I think there's like James Bond, Harry Potter, those characters are Mary Sue.
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
Luke doesn't just start out being perfect.
Harry Potter is worse. Oh,
you just crash into
an A-wing. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try this again.
Which I think hopefully validates that we're not all sexist here because we're talking now about male characters that are Mary Sues.
Harry Potter is the ultimate Mary Sue in all of fiction.
We're not saying that Rey is a Mary Sue because she's a woman. We're saying that Rey is a Mary Sue because she's a Mary Sue.
Because she was written like shit, where she's literally just do no wrong. And look at me.
And that was my biggest complaint with The Force Awakens was Rey's character. Daisy Ridley was great. The performance was great. And if not for the fact that the writing was bad, I would have loved her character. I mean, the final lightsaber battle at the end is great too.
And being a Mary Sue
is also something that bothers me. Is she has no fucking practice with this weapon. Show me another point in the movie where she's like...
But they established that she's good at using... she has a staff and stuff like that.
I mean, but a staff and a bladed weapon, like... Okay, I'm cutting out the lasers and all this shit. Weapon types.
The movie does establish that she can handle herself in the martial arts.
I don't believe that though, because I highly doubt at any other point in her entire life
I agree
has
with
she
you.
practiced against another
I agree
weapon
with
with
you
a melee
that this
weapon
is
like that.
is a completely different.
I blew it up. Anyway.
No. You crashing into it blew it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you crashed.
I agree with you, Enek, that no, she should not have been able to use a lightsaber as effectively as she could. But then again, she'd already completed the scene where she's strapped to the table and she becomes Luke Skywalker 2.0.
Which is already part of it.
It was already broken by that point. You know, the lightsaber battle was fine. It was a hell of a lot better than any of the lightsaber duels in the prequel.
Well, then.
I'm going to game over again.
You know, there was actually some characters with emotion and interesting things happening, and not just people dancing with laser swords.
Yes, pretty much. But I mean, even that in itself can be interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with you that you know Rey is definitely Mary Sue, and that was the weakest part of the movie.
Hit start, by the way. I'm curious on something. Look at your objectives.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get rid of my.
I was gonna say because I'm like I know Imperial ships have the shield generators in the bottoms too, so I don't know.
Oh, do they?
I don't know if you need to blow that one up as well.
Okay.
I don't know if this game is taking that much detail into account.
I don't think there was.
I think it's going to be more.
They do. It's the little domes on the bottom.
I thought that was supposed to be the engine core.
No.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to game over again. Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay, so I've got to say one thing.
That's a lot of crisscrossing green lasers.
Just being a Mary Sue isn't the death knell for a character or a movie,
it's
right?
not, right?
Because like Harry Potter is a great story according to everyone but me.
I don't like Harry Potter either.
I have problems with it.
But obviously many people think of it as a great saga, despite the fact that Harry Potter spends the first 3 movies being instantly good at everything he ever tries with no effort and having everything handed to him.
It's Harry Potter and the Incredible Luck.
I'm a big Star Trek fan, all right, and I mean Captain Kirk and Spock are Mary Sue-ish characters, particularly Spock. I mean,
absolutely.
Spock solves every friggin' problem that's thrown at him. You know, I mean, in fact, if you go back and you rewatch the original series, you might think that Scotty engineers a lot of solutions to save the ships. And if you go back and watch the show, almost every time you think Scotty saves the ship, it's actually just Spock telling Scotty what to do.
Yeah.
All right, take out those guns because apparently they are very good at tracking.
Yeah, unlike actual.
Being a Mary Sue isn't a killer in and of itself. But the killer was trying to remake the original Star Wars movie and then cram in a bunch of the emotional arcs from The Empire Strikes Back, and then condensing all of that into the second half of the movie so that it all feels rushed and poorly paced. And
like I said, my biggest problem is it's literally just retreading The New Hope.
Right, literally.
The New Hope?
It's starting with putting illicit plans in a droid and ending with a trench run to blow up a Death Star with rescuing the princess being halfway in the middle.
But the fact is they make too many references to themselves on this fact.
Yes.
And then there's like dumb details added. It just feels like a fucking fan
Yes. Yes. Well, and they are. I mean, when J.J. Abrams made the Star Trek reboot, he was basically just applying for the job at making Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess at this point I have to ask, is it J.J. Abrams' fault? Like,
because
who do I blame for this?
I wanted to blame a lot of it on Abrams and the crew and the writing crew that he had. I'm not a big fan of J.J. Abrams either.
It does cross it off.
I had a feeling it did.
But I don't know. I think a lot of it was Disney saying we want a soft reboot, even though like if there is any series that is universal, it is Star Wars. Like you don't need to soft reboot Star Wars to introduce it to a younger audience. Everybody knows Star Wars, especially since Disney's been shoving it down our throats in toys and stuff like that. But I mean,
and that's
the
problem too. Is they're trying to make you're doing some weird stuff there.
Star Wars has become so ubiquitous that it's not even really fun anymore because it's everywhere.
Like I didn't like the Rey character. Finn was okay. I hated the Poe character because he's literally gone for 80% of the movie, and then we're supposed to give a fuck about him. You are just okay.
I couldn't. Well.
Hey,
did I do it?
You did it.
Did I win?
Yeah, I guess you got it.
Apparently, you're just playing as a bunch of disposable fighter pilots. So yeah, you can suicide.
I thought I was Wedge Antilles. Let's see. Yeah, I did it. Hey, all right. High fives.
Yeah, suicide.
No,
mission
louder,
complete.
louder. They got to pick up on the mics.
There you go.
All right, maybe.
Anyway,
well, just do it right in front of the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there, I'll do it myself.
Yeah,
there, I clapped.
Anyway.
John just gave himself a high five.
The last thing that was unforgivable for me is, and this is going to draw me a lot of hate, I'm sure, is I can't even think of his fucking name now. The Vader stand-in.
Yeah, Adam Driver, whatever the heck. Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. I fucking hate Kylo Ren.
Okay, well, I liked Kylo Ren.
Well, see, this is the thing, is I would have liked him more as the whiny, emotional, little shithead if he had never removed the helmet.
Okay.
It's not even about being a pretty boy. It's just the fact is, like, he wasn't an interesting character for me.
I'm okay with the removing the helmet. I think it was fine.
Like, I get that part of it, the reason why he's self-conscious is because he doesn't feel or look evil or whatever.
The point is,
that
he
still
wears the
make
helmet
the
as a
fact
mask.
that I don't like the character.
Right.
That the moment the helmet came off, I just thought this is the most
feeling?
punchable face I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I can't has be.
Well, that sounds a very, very, like a very petty, superficial complaint.
It doesn't matter, because if
I
if
thought
that
Kylo
simple
Ren
detail,
in his defense,
if
in
casting
Return of the
this
Jedi,
person,
in his defense, in Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker looks like he had just gotten punched in the face because he was coming off of surgery from a motorcycle accident.
Oh,
so
is that what happened?
I think that was the story. Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's just I didn't like him as a character.
Yeah.
Just he didn't do it for me.
And if you don't like the characters in a movie, you're probably not going to like the movie. I mean.
Yeah.
And that was the killer for me for Rogue One, was I did not like or care about any of these characters.
I like whiny fanboy that wants Grandpa Senpai to notice him.
I liked the robot guy in Rogue One just fine, but I thought like it was kind of overkill, right? Like it was too much. Too much Joss Whedon witty dialogue. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
There's too. Yeah, you can have too much of that style of talk.
Right, and Joss Whedon generally does a good job of making the dialogue interesting and meaningful, and not just a bunch of throwaway, insert witty line here, which was all of the robot guy's dialogue, pretty much. Like other than maybe 2 or 3 lines.
Yeah, his dialogue could have used another pass in the writing.
Yeah, I was not in tears when he's at the control room fighting off all the stormtroopers and getting shot at, because I didn't care. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah, well that was the problem, was there was no time to really develop anything for these characters.
Yeah, because it should have
Well, and part of the problem was because there were just too many.
Right.
Yeah, they kept introducing, and honestly, to this point, I can't even tell you all of the characters that were on the Rogue team. I remember,
you couldn't even describe them.
I don't remember.
I remember the Spanish guy, the robot.
Urso? Was that the name?
That was her name. Yeah.
John Urso.
And then there was Jin. Yeah, Jin.
But see, here's the thing: is I literally can't remember any names.
Nope.
And I can barely remember every actual person. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I remember the Spanish guy, the British girl, the robot, the drunk guy, the blind guy, his drunk partner, and then I think there were some other people.
And while we're on the topic of Rogue One characters, I want to say that I was also very frustrated with CG Tarkin. The introduction where he's he's standing, he's got his back turned, and you can see his silhouette reflected on the window.
If they had never actually shown Tarkin,
that was a great shot, and if they kept it at that, it would have been great. But as soon as he turns around, it just killed it for me.
And you see that weird Uncanny Valley CG Tarkin. Yeah. I didn't like that as much.
I don't.
I like that they added him in.
I'm not just complaining about the CG. I'm saying I don't think that they should have. I don't think he should have been as big of a part of the story as he was.
He really wasn't.
He should have just been the cameo with his face reflected in the mirror, and that should have been it. But that comes down to it being fan service. Oh, we know that guy from the first Star Wars movie. Yay! Clap our hands and jump up in joy and jizz in our pants.
Tarkin!
Yeah. Okay, you've seen the Red Letter Media stuff too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And that stuff just was. I mean, and Rogue One I thought so much more of it than The Force Awakens too, or at least it was so much more blatant. I mean, Rogue One Force Awakens at least had some new stuff going on.
Yeah, although it did start out on a desert planet.
I was gonna say, like what though? What did it really add new?
It added a new type of water jungle planet, an archipelago planet.
Oh, I'm not even talking about things like that. You know what? I liked I liked Han Solo and Leia's interactions and dynamic in that movie. I like that you can tell that there was some
but
that stuff went
new.
On.
That's
but I like that what you could tell that stuff went on off screen between the events of the movies, and you don't know exactly what happened, but things didn't work out between them.
That's the problem. That's another complaint I had about the movie was, I feel like I need a fucking prequel. To that movie. Because it's acting like there's so many diverse and different things, and oh wow, look at this, and wow, what happened here?
Well, look at what I get to do again. I get to take down AT-ATs with snow speeders on this jungle planet.
Yeah, on this tropical planet, yeah. Oh, fucking...
Oops.
You get to do it harder this time, too.
See, I don't like when movies, spoon-feed the audience, or when they treat you like babies and think they have to explain. I thought the way that Leia and Han's relationship in Force Awakens was handled just fine. I was perfectly
there's nothing wrong with their relationship. Like, that's not the complaint.
No, I meant just the fact that what happened between them went pretty much unsaid.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine for me, but...
Yeah, that there was a falling
part of it went unsaid because originally Luke and Leia were supposed to be the ship, but,
Well, no, that's, like, completely irrelevant. I mean...
Yeah, I don't think that really...
That's true, because there was still tension even in the first movie between Han and Leia.
Yeah. It was already...
I don't think you understand what we're talking... I'm talking about the fact that Han and Leia's relationship broke down between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Right.
And that The Force Awakens, doesn't hit us over the head with that fact or think they need to do a flashback scene or long bits of exposition to explain to us what exactly happened.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They trusted the audience's intelligence enough to know that, this didn't work out. It probably was never going to work out anyway.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that trust in the audience thing is what's going to bother me, though, because there's so many other things that they did. Not that specifically, but Han just happening to fucking find the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, that goes back into my previous point about the universe being
stupid. I
small.
Hated that. I couldn't stand that. That bothered the shit out of me.
in the movie's defense, they did emphasize the fact that he was actively searching for it.
Well, okay, and all right. Well, here's another thing.
But just now found it. Oh, because it's just now turned on or whatever.
Right? Yeah, he detected its transponder signal or something. I operate under the assumption that he was in the general vicinity, but because of the way that friggin' Rogue One went, for all I know, he was on the opposite end of the Andromeda galaxy and just friggin' jumped in 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing of Rey not recognizing the ship.
Yes, because she mythologizes.
She breathes and just fucking lives this everything about it.
Right.
Yeah,
and again, that's Mary Sue because she's a self-insert fanfiction character.
I could not stand that.
Right, she's a self-insert fanfiction character. She's a fan of Star Wars because the audience is a fan of Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mary Sue.
Yeah, but I think we should probably pick this up next time on the branch. Maybe
next time on the branch.
Yeah, we'll do this bombing mission then, and hopefully not fail.
I will see. I've got one life
left. Who knows?
Left.
Who cares? We'll find out. You'll find out. See you guys.